In today's video Cityscape, we're going to be taking a walk across London, starting off in Westminster Abbey, taking a walk across Westminster Bridge and taking a few pictures of Big Ben. And there's an area that I found taking pictures of Big Ben that I've never seen before, so you want to stay tuned for that. Also, for all you eagle-eyed viewers out there, there's a slight difference in today's video. Let's see if you can spot it. I will be revealing what that difference is at the end of the video after the usual gallery.
Bit of an awkward angle. I like this angle. Don't want to fall into the Thames. What's in my camera bag? Okay, so we're back in central London and today we're starting off in Westminster Abbey. It's not somewhere I come very often, very touristy, but Big Ben's been redone not too long ago, so we'll get a couple of pictures of that. It's a beautiful sunny day. It's very crisp, very cold. Today I've got the 70 to 200 and we're going to be doing some cityscape photography. It's going to be really fun. Let's get started. So we're just going to get started with a pretty cheesy picture of Sir David Lloyd. Get him in focus. Winston Churchill in the mid-ground and Big Ben in the background. Shutter speed is 250, f-stop 8. Let's just get another angle close up over Winston Churchill's shoulder. There we go. And then I'm gonna get one focused on Big Ben as well. There you go. Not fantastic, but we are just warming up. Beautiful day in London today. I'm wrapped up warm. I might have to take off a few layers.
That's why we have so much problems on earth, because majority of it.
Just spotted an angle of the Millennium Wheel, which I've never seen before. Well, I've seen plenty of times, but I've never taken a picture of before. And it looks pretty cool. Again, remember to warm up. Not trying to get that amazing picture straight away all the time. Walk slowly. There we go. Walk slowly, take your environment in. Have a look around you. Try and spot something different, something new.
I think so, or what language is he? Well, yeah, I'm just gonna do it.
There's another picture across the way.
Well, it is, yeah.
Of the Millennium Wheel, and I quite like the traditional lamp, London lamp. $70mm. Shutter is 800 f8. Looks good. My exposure compensation is 1 under for now, and we'll adjust if we need to. I'm just zooming into my pictures, making sure everything is nice and crisp. Always check your pictures. I'm checking my histogram. Histogram is good, as you can see. Always go by the histogram. Not a lot of people say this, but my histogram's always set to brightness and I always go by my histogram, making sure I've got all the highlights and all the shadows. Look at this shot. This is away from the city. This way This way is towards the city, so the Shard is around the Thames that way, and this way is away from the city, and we're looking towards Vauxhall Bridge this way. Let's see if we can get a nice shot here. This is going to look really cool in black and white. So on about 70mm, we're going to get a few different focal lengths here. Yep, histogram's looking good. Dropping down to a f5, and the shutter is 6400. So just try different angles when you find a place that you like. Try different angles. Take your time. Don't rush. So I like this framing here. I like this angle. And I've got my settings dialed in. Shutter is 2000, f-stop is 5, and I'm just going to wait for a London bus to come across the bridge. Got my landscape. Now I'm gonna go for a portrait, so I've just changed my angle again. I like this one. Get the full tower in, get a bit of the bridge, and now I'm just waiting for a bus to come along. Shutter 400, f8, ISO 100. Right, there's a London bus coming there. Just gonna wait for that to get into the end of the bridge. I think this is going to work out to be a very nice picture. Here it comes. It's just entering the frame now on the right. And I like it. Just about there, I think. Beautiful. Just going to check my shot, make sure it's nice and crisp. That's the one that I like. Zoom into your picture, check that it's nice and crisp, check that you've got what you intended, and if you haven't, take another picture. Don't rush. Photography is not about rushing around, it's about taking your time, sinking into your environment and taking beautiful pictures. Okay, let's move on. Right, so I was just about to move on from the shot that we just taken off Westminster Abbey and Big Ben. And I've seen the gardens over here, I forget the name of it. Got some lovely ducks there. But I've seen some palm trees in the distance over there, and I'm just thinking maybe we could frame Big Ben through some palm trees, and I don't think I've ever seen that shot before, so let's go and have a look over there. And that's what I mean, like, take your time. If I was rushing out of here, rushing through my photography, then I wouldn't notice that. Walk slowly, take your time, take in the environment, look around you, let your creative juices flow. So here we are, we've just walked over to the other side and I've seen this shot here that I quite like. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I've never seen Big Ben from this angle. Some nice flowers in the foreground, almost looks tropical. Oh, and some birds in the sky, beautiful. So I'm just going to check my histogram. Histogram looks good. Let's get a landscape as well. Definitely never seen this shot before. So I came here for the palm trees and I've seen a completely different shot. Tropical looking Big Ben.
That was pissed.
So again, just taking my time, playing with different apertures and shutter speeds and framing. Don't rush. Okay, let's move on. I think we've got what we came here for, and now we can move on. Warming up nicely. Yes, I've definitely never seen Big Ben. I'll get it up on screen. It's hard to tell. Oh, here's another shot with the Union Jacks and Big Ben. Let's see if we can get a picture here. See what we can do. So I'm zooming in right in because I want to get Big Ben with the Union Jacks. Shutter is 320. Got the tip of Big Ben in. F-stop 6. So that's another nice shot. We got a bird flying across. We got Big Ben. We got Union Jacks. We got a guy in his shorts. Must be bloody freezing. Walking towards us. I think that's a pretty cool picture. And we've only just started. We're just getting warmed up. There's another shot that I've just seen. Now that's going to look really cool if we have a London bus coming down the road. So, you know what? I am going to stay here for a little bit and wait for that London bus to come. There you go, there's one right now. And that happens a lot. So again, if you're just rushing through your photography and just rushing from one point to the other, you're gonna miss a lot of what's going on. Whereas I'm just slowing down my walking pace, I'm taking my time, I'm looking around, looking for different angles, and then I just spot different things. So like those palm trees and that little garden. I've been here a million times, well, not a million times, but it's just an expression. But I've never taken a picture of Big Ben from that angle before. Well, I've not taken many pictures of Big Ben actually. It's not really something that calls me, but it's nice to do different types of photography and see what you enjoy and what you like. And there I just saw another picture. It looked good, the leading lines of the bridge heading towards Big Ben, and then a London bus came along. Perfect timing. It would have been nice to get a London bus on the other side of the road going towards Big Ben, because then it wouldn't have been in the same line of sight. But it still looks good. I still like that picture. I didn't want to wait around for the traffic to sort of clear and then go the other way, get the bus going the other way, because I really want to rock on. I don't want this video to be too long. So now we're just heading towards the city, down the south bank of the river, heading away from the hecticness of Westminster Abbey. A lot more calmer here. It's totally different energy, totally different feel. Heading towards St. Paul's over there. We're going to get a few shots of St. Paul's, and you can see the city there. You can see the walkie-talkie, you can see the cheese grater, and so on. The gherkin will be around there somewhere. You can't really see it from this angle, but we're going to do some pictures over there as well. We'll get the tripod out and do some cityscape pictures. So here's a very quick look at what's in my camera bag. So today we have my camera, 5D Canon. I've got a 70-200 f2.8, and in my actual camera bag I've got my 50mm, which is always in there. Oh, I love my 50mm. That's my favourite lens that I use. I've got my battery bank, so that's mainly for my mobile phone. I've got a spare battery for my GoPro, some memory cards. Always have a spare battery with you for your camera. Always. Even if your battery is fully charged, always have your spare battery. I've worked that out the hard way. And I've got some some memory cards flying, and a USB, and I've got some lens hoods there. On the back I've got my tripod as well, and we'll be using that a bit later. So here's a really nice framing of the city, just underneath, I think I'm underneath London Bridge. Correct me if I'm wrong. Those of you that know, I don't know my bridges in London that well. The Tate is just over there. I'm just going to back up a bit because I want to get some of this bridge in. Hopefully you can see the screen here. Bit of a awkward angle. f4.5, shutters 1250. And hopefully I can bring back some of the detail in the bridge. Oh, this angle's even better in the portrait mode. Same settings, just in portrait mode. So a beautiful framing of the city. Really like that shot. The focal length is 70. Really like that. I'm going to back up a bit more, and then I can hopefully get the cheese grater in as well. So I'm just leaning under the railing. We've just gone a bit too far back. There we go. Cheese grater is in. If any boats are coming. Right, there's a little boat coming along here, just over there, so I'm going to wait for that to get into the frame. It's not going to take too long. And I think that will just add another dimension and another layer. So I really like layering in my photos because it really helps the viewer lead their eye to the subject. So here we've got the foreground off the wall. Midground is the River Thames, and just waiting for this boat to come along. Very awkward position. People are walking past, looking at me, thinking, "What the hell is he doing?" Right, I can hear the boat coming. So you can see where we are. Just leant up on this wall here, underneath the railings. Just waiting for the boat to come along here. I've got my framing that I want, I've got my settings that I will like, and I'm just waiting for the right thing to happen. And for me, that's what photography is about. Taking your time, waiting for the right thing to happen. And yeah, there is street photography is obviously very different, but this type of photography, it's a different mindset, it's a different energy, it's a different pace. Here we go, here it comes. Let's get back into position. Got my framing that I want. Hopefully you can see what's going on. Here comes the boat. It's just in shot now. Beautiful. Let's just see if I can get a landscape here, see what the landscape looks like. Landscape looks very cool as well. I'll just grab that. Just gonna wait for the boat to get past that barge. And then we can get a landscape in as well. There we go. So here's another shot of the city that looks quite cool, with the bridge in the foreground. So we'll just grab that quickly. Nice, and you've got the little people walking across the bridge like lemmings. If any of you remember the game Lemmings, I don't know if it's still around, but I used to play that game when I was a kid. I think I'll get one portrait there of the walkie-talkie on its own. Just trying to capture one of the walkers with their legs split in that walking motion. See if there's anything else I want to grab while I'm here. Might as well grab this shot here as well. Almost looks like in that shot that the arm of the bridge is supporting the city. Get another angle here. So here we are, we're just on Millennium Bridge looking back across the water towards St Paul's, and we're going to capture a picture right here.
My experiences with street photography
I'm gonna go f5. Shutter is 1600. Definitely better in portrait mode, but while I'm here I'm gonna get the landscape. It's much better to come here first thing in the morning when it's nice and empty, as that guy was saying behind me. But it's also nice to have people in the picture as well. I do like people in my picture, but there's about 10 too many right now. Here's a nice angle as well. F5, 1600, same settings. So we just walked a bit further down and I've noticed a couple of shots here that I want to take a picture of. St. Paul's looking back across the bridge, and I just want to get it framed in a way that I want, like here. London bus, where are you? So I'm just going to frame it like so, and then I want to wait for a London bus to come across that bridge. Let's have a look. It's not the best angle. There's a bus. Here it comes, here it comes. Let's take a look at that shot. It's not bad, it's not fantastic. Precarious position up on the wall, don't want to fall into the Thames. This angle's a lot better, much better. So again, I've got my frame, I'm just waiting for a bus to come along. There's a concrete truck, so I'm just gonna have a practice with that. See what the landscape looks like. Landscape looks pretty good. Just gonna have a look through those two pictures. Landscape's not bad. I prefer the portrait. Now here's the picture of the shard that I quite like.
How did you sit there?
I think this will look quite good in black and white. F5, shutter 500, ISO 100. It's also quite nice. Shot of some old London street lamps. So I'm going to pull focus on the street lamps for one shot, and then I'm going to focus on the shard for the second shot. So just walking down the Thames towards Tower Bridge. We're not too far from Tower Bridge now, but just seeing this angle of the city. So we're just going to capture this. f5, shutter is 800, ISO 100. And there's Tower Bridge, not too far away. HMS Belfast. I'm just going to get a quick picture here. I like the way the cannons are facing towards the city. You can see the gherkin from this angle as well. We haven't got a shot of the gherkin in yet. Same settings really. f5, shutter is 640, ISO is 100, and we got the people on the HMS Belfast. We got the cannons. I like that picture. That's something a bit different. I'm going to get a portrait. Portrait doesn't look as good, but I'm still just going to grab it while we're here. See if we can get a different angle. Nope, I don't really like that. Just coming up to Tower Bridge now. We've got Canary Wharf in the background of Tower Bridge. The sun is shining beautifully on Tower Bridge from here. So we're just going to look for a spot that's free and try and get a picture in.
These are the two things.
It might work. There we go. Quite like we got a bit of foreground in there as well. I want to get a different angle. I want to get more off Canary Wharf in the background. Oh, is it? Not gonna have time to grab that. This angle's a lot better. We can get a London bus going across. There we go. Here's the London bus just travelling across. There's a few of them. The light is shining beautifully. Just want to get a different angle so we can get that lamp out of the way. Lots of security guards around here. They'll give you funny looks when you're with your camera, especially if you've got a tripod on your back, because if you put your tripod down, they will tell you to move on. So just taking a walk towards Tower Bridge, and I just had a look over my shoulder, and the city, London City, looks fantastic from this angle. So I'm just going to take a quick picture of that, just walking down to get HMS Belfast out of its way, out of the frame, and then we can take this. That's going to look really good in black and white. The sun shining beautifully on it. I'm going to go f5.6. The camera is selecting the shutter of 640. Exposure composition is one stop down, ISO 100. That's gonna look great. I really like that. The sun is shining off the buildings beautifully. That's gonna look great in black and white. Taking a walk down towards the Shard, and just looking back over my shoulder, we've got Tower Bridge, and we're going to get a low down shot here.
Everything that he said just happened.
Probably won't be able to see what I'm doing. I mean, I can't see what I'm doing. I really could do with a flip screen in this situation. Next upgrade a camera, I will get a flip screen. Let's have a look what we got. I quite like that. Quite like that that person's looking towards Tower Bridge. I like the way the light's shining on Tower Bridge. We're a lot closer towards Tower Bridge now, and I want to get just one of the towers, frame it like so, and I want to get a London bus just entering that tower. So I've got my framing. As usual, get your framing first. Get your settings. Shutter is 640 f5.6. Exposure compensation is -1 because I always expose for the highlights. Okay, a bus is coming along. I've got my framing, I've got my settings. It's entering, you can't see it, but it's entering the first tower. Now it's just about to go across the middle of the tower bridge. Here it comes. There's one exiting, here it comes, it's entering. And we got a little boat as well, bonus. Let's get that up on screen and see what that looks like. Yeah, I like that. That looks cool.
Why don't you just find one to be your boyfriend?
We're very close, we've just gone under Tower Bridge. And I've just noticed this picture here and I'm just wondering if I can get it in on the 70mm. Oh, just gonna have to back up a bit to get the top of it in, but the light looking beautiful. There we go. It's okay, carry on, don't worry. Beautiful. A close-up of Tower Bridge on a 70mm. Shutter is 500, f5.6. Exposure compensation is -1. Right, just through these gates here, you can sometimes get down onto the banks if the tide is out. Let's have a look. When we started, the tide was out, but now the tide is in. Let's have a quick look, see what we can get. Focus on the far tower. This will all look good in black and white. Shutter 400, f5.6, exposure compensation -1. Okay, let's rock on. This video's getting very long, but I hope you're enjoying it. Got some good pictures so far. I know I'm enjoying it. This is also a really nice picture. I like the way the light is shining on the buildings, and you have these wonderful bridges that are going in between the buildings. These are the old docks. So let's grab a picture here. It's nice that it's so empty as well. Let's get a bit closer. Another cool picture. Now we're looking back at the city. Before we had Canary Wharf between the bridge, between the towers, sorry. And now we've got the city. You can see the Gherkin peeking through. See if we can get a nice shot of a single tower here, because the light looks so beautiful on it. Shutter 330, f5.6. Got a bit of the city in the background. Wait for this boat to come across. Wonderful. Just heading towards China Wharf. We've gone past Tower Bridge. It's a very peaceful part of London that not a lot of people know about. You don't see it that much, but it's so beautiful. Oh, I like this shot here. It would be nice if there was some sun on this building, but I like the architecture of this building, so I'm just going to grab it quickly. I mean, it's such a beautiful place, China Wharf. So we're just entering China Wharf now. And look at it. It's just amazing. So beautiful. I mean, I don't think this picture's going to come out very well, but I just want to take it because it looks so beautiful. The light shining on the buildings there. Get it from a different angle because it does actually look quite good.
The refinancing profile results in a higher
I wonder what's down here. Let's have a quick look. I've never been down here before. Let's see what we can find. So looking back at the city again, looking back at Tower Bridge. Very, very peaceful. So we'll do another video sometime going around Canary Wharf and getting some cityscapes of that. I'm just going to get one last picture of the city. And then I'm going to call it a day. So f5, shutter 400, ISO 100, exposure compensation is -1. Okay, so that's it for today's video. It's been a long one, but it's been beautiful. The weather's been beautiful. We captured some amazing pictures. I'll get the gallery up at the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Stick around for the next video because I'll be going through Lightroom and showing you how I edited these cityscapes. And if you like this video, make sure you give it a like and a thumbs up. Write in the comments below, and then I will do some more cityscape style videos, black and white of London City. Next video I'm looking to do is Canary Wharf, some pictures of the city there. So hope you enjoyed it. Remember to get out there, this style of photography. Take your time, walk slowly, take in your environment and enjoy your photography. Until the next time, take care.
So, did you notice anything different in the video at all? If you did, pause the video now, write it in the comments. Look at this picture right here, compared to this picture. You see how the water is nice and smooth, it's got that running motion as if the camera was on a tripod, and I used a long shutter. I used a little trick in Photoshop to get silky smooth water. If you want to know what this trick is and how to implement it on your photos, you want to click on this video here and I'll take you step by step through this amazing technique. Until the next time, get out there and take some pictures.